I don't know if you know that the BBC actually pulled the cameras out at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix because of a sponsorship that appeared on the cars.
Really?
The Surtees cars appeared on the track on the Thursday when they arrived at the circuit for the British Grand Prix with sponsorship from Durex. Now, this was back in about 1970, I think it was mid-70s anyway. And it was done very, very cleverly because there had been a huge increase in sexual diseases, birth rate and everything else. And there was a campaign to young people to practice safe sex. And Durex did a Formula One sponsorship. They had big hoardings at the side of the road. Durex, the small family car. Durex, the safe formula. And Tiff Nadal, in fact, did a pre-test to get reaction with them, with his race car on there. And the BBC said, if you run those cars in the Grand Prix with Durex on, we will take our cameras out. And the BBC stuck to their guns and took the cameras out, which is the most big, ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's only if you've got a really bad mind that you equate Durex with something bad. Yeah. They were trying to make it fun and think about it and bring it out into the open. But that's motor racing for you. It's some amazing stories on sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, people will never forget that campaign that Durex did. It's so clever.
Yeah. Another story, just very to do on that subject. One of the things that I was very proud of in my life, very strange, when I got that SodaStream deal, I had a phone call from the boss of the race car manufacturing, the team that were going to run me. And they said, when are you coming to the factory at Southend Airport next time? And I said, on Tuesday, I'm coming down for a seat fitting. Okay, great. There's going to be somebody there. Your new teammate's going to be there. And he's a bit of a personality. So I'm thinking all the people it might be. And I was thinking of Noel Edmonds, the disc jockey who used to race cars, Mark Thatcher, the Prime Minister's son who did it. I think, who could it be? Could it be a girl? There were a couple of really good girls going around at the time on racing. When I got there, I was introduced to my new teammate for the 1977 season, one of the great train robbers from the Great Train Robbery back in Ronnie Biggs and all that crowd. Yeah, and his name was, he was called the Weasel. And he drove the getaway car in the Great Train Robbery. And before he went to jail, he got a 32-year jail sentence. And before he went, Roy James, his real name was, not the Weasel, by the way. Roy was a very good young racing driver. He went to jail. He served 12 years of the 32-year sentence. And when he came out, he came into motor racing. And he was driving one of our team cars.
Wow.
So I've actually raced with a great train robber.